Welcome to Behind the Emerald Curtain. I'm Sean McCourt.
And I'm Lindsay Northern. The libretto is an integral part of any musical, establishing plot, characters, and theme. Today, we'll dive into the process of adapting Gregory Maguire's novel into a cohesive, stageable story.
I think when one does an adaptation, you have to be careful not to fall into the trap of doing too faithful an adaptation.
Immerse yourself in the source material and understand it and understand its essence. And once you've done that, then it's throw it out and now go where you feel it needs to go.
You have to let it be different and be alive, you know? You don't really know what's gonna happen. And a lot of writing anything is being able to have questions and not have answers yet, and being willing to wait till they come.
Winnie and Stephen and I sat down and began to talk about what a stage musical could be. And Stephen already had some very specific melodies and songs and tones in his mind, which was very useful because music is the anchor in a musical, of course. It anchors character if it's done right, it anchors story, and so that was a good guide for us.
We would have long conversations, and we were basically both almost just like a fishing expedition, where we're really kind of picking from the novel things that leaped out at us, things that we felt were going to want to be staged, that we wanted to see. I think we really talked out the whole show and tried to see, are you imagining what I'm imagining? Interestingly, I have, early outlines that we created together.
Outline after outline after outline of story points. And here are the moments we want to musicalize. Here's where a song goes, and it would shift and it would change.
We were very fortunate because we had Gregory Maguire's permission to interpret the novel the way we saw fit. It evolved organically out of the material. And of course, I have to credit Gregory Maguire because he had this brilliant idea, which is in his novel, that the Wicked Witch of the West and Glinda the Good Witch were roommates in college. That's amazing. These two women, their friendship is center stage. Women, we have friendships that are very big in our lives. I mean, our friendships are very intense, and I think to see it portrayed on stage is kind of blew people away. When we started to understand that their friendship was going to be front and center, and that Glinda was going to be a very important character, and in a way, that made us understand that she could be our way into the show.
Glinda sort of got revealed to me by the way Winnie wrote her, and I think Elphaba took more and more shape for Winnie by the way the songs were developing.
Glinda and Elphaba, their friendship and what they mean to each other is the heart of our show, and it's a lot of our plot.
The more that Winnie wrote the relationship, the more compelling it became. The bonding of the girls, we discovered, was the scene that precedes the song Popular. After Elphaba, who never danced in her life, is making a fool of herself, Glinda gives Elphaba a gift with no words. She follows Elphaba's dance and turns something ragged and silly into something beautiful. That moment of bonding, actually, is a wonderful marriage of storytelling, of music, of musical staging, and of direction.
They've just been to their first party together. They've been enemies. Now they've bonded. And that's really the moment in the show when you go, oh my goodness, these two, Elphaba and Glinda, are going to be real friends. Then Popular comes so beautifully out of that and is really set up. And that's a lot of what musical writing is about for the book writer. You want to be giving those songs a platform. You want to be bringing us to the point where it makes real emotional sense for them to sing.
It's all about popular. It's not about aptitude. It's the way you're viewed, so it's very shrewd to be. Very, very popular, like me. This is never gonna work.
A lot of writing is being stuck in a mystery where you don't know exactly what's going on because no one's ever written this before. I mean, yes, Gregory Maguire had written it, But we were jumping off from that. We were going to do our version of Gregory Maguire's book. And it wasn't going to be a book. It was going to be on stage.
You'll be popular, just not quite as popular